In this week's episode, our guest host Nadia Evers travels to France to meet up with a talented young Malaysian racing in the Formula Renault 3.5 series.
Bonjour my motorsports fans, join me right here at the Paul Ricard circuit as I meet up with Jasman Jafar.
Nadia Heng speaks to Toto Wolff about the synergy of the F1 car and road car development.
Stick around because in just a little bit we're about to find out the similarities between our road cars and a Formula 1 car. I'm Nadia Evers.
I'm Jasman Jafar.
And this is Motorsports at Petronas.
This is Paul Ricard Circuit. Built in 1969, it was officially opened in 1970 and has seen 14 Formula 1 races up until 1990. Located in the southeastern part of France, this circuit is surrounded by lush forest and vineyards.
Hey guys, I've traveled over 10,000 kilometers to get here so I can meet up with Jasman Jafar of Petronas' talent development program. And hopefully he can school me on the Formula Renault 3.5 series. We're here at the circuit really early because we're going to shadow Jasman this entire weekend, so join me as we get a front row seat of a race weekend.
Jasman Jafar, racing since he was just 7 years old in a go-kart. He first got a taste of sweet victory when he was 8 years old. With a talent that no one can deny, he got his international C license or racing license at a tender age of 14. Since then, Jasman has been on the fast track of motorsports and is a force to be reckoned with.
So far, this is what I know. The Formula Renault 3.5 series is a single-seater Formula Racing Car Championship that is held in Europe. This season marks its 10th year that is organized by Renault Sport, and Jasman Jafar is the only Malaysian racer in the championship. I'm on the hunt for this talented young man as I'm about to get a once-in-a-lifetime tour of a race weekend. Let's go!
Hello Nada.
Hi Jasman.
Welcome to Paul Ricard.
Thank you. This place is buzzing with so many activities.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, so what's going on? I hear the team's trucks would leave the factory as early as Monday to get to the circuit. Why so early?
The team's based in Prague, so we're in the south of France, so it takes time to travel down. As well, the team likes to be here early to start prepping for the cars and getting ready for the race weekend, so it's quite an exciting process.
I see. So the cars are assembled right here at the circuit. Why aren't they assembled at the factory?
Well, there's a short layover between one race to another. So we were in Budapest 2 weeks ago, and then now we're here in the south of France. It takes time for the team to travel from Budapest, Prague, and south of France. And the team likes to be here early, and as well as the cars has to go to a technical inspection before the race to be approved. So that's why we're here pretty early.
And where are your tires?
We're not here just yet. I mean, they will only release the tires in the morning because they don't want anyone to cheat or play around with it. It's just a regulation thing to be here Friday morning for every race.
I see. So what happens on Friday?
So Friday we got 2 free practice sessions, just under an hour. And that's the time that we could evaluate and try different things in the car and loads of settings in the car that we can evaluate. So yeah, it gives us a chance to maximize our setup.
What exactly do you and your team look out for during these free practices?
Well, basically, you know, there's a lot of things that varies between the practice sessions. You know, it can be weather or whatever, but we're given a new set of tyres to practice for qualifying. We have an old set of tyres to give race settings, so there's different things that we can look out for, but for us, we have our programs that we concentrate on.
I see. All right, so next we have your driver's briefing?
Yeah, you want to go? It's up next.
I definitely do.
Let's go.
Okay, so where are we walking to now?
I'm heading off to my driver's briefing. So we have it every session, every Thursdays, just as a safety debrief for the drivers, and if there's any issues regarding the race or safety stuff, we'll just bring it up during driver's briefing. So, but you're not allowed though.
Fair enough. Okay, so while you head to your driver's briefing, I'm going to head out and meet some of your team members.
Cool. See you
Catch
later.
you later. Mr. Igor Salaquera.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Nadia.
I'm
It's
Igor.
nice to finally meet the team owner of ISR Racing. So Jasmine tested for your team last year, and now he's racing for your team this year. What impresses you about Jasmine?
Yes, we tested him last year in the winter test before end of the season. And we knew him already from the season because he raced with Carlin, and then we met him or see him in every race. We saw his result and his potential, then we tested him, and I was quite impressed because he's very nice person, first of all, very educated, very listening to all the team and engineers, try to work together, and even if some technical issues come, he stay calm and he tried to understand everything, and he tried to be better and better.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Igor. I'm off now to go meet his driver coach, Bruce.
Yes.
Hey Bruce, how are you?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm good. So as a driver coach for Jasmine, what exactly does this entail?
Well, there's a big pile of things that we do. I help him to prepare the races as best as it's possible, because it's important to arrive on the circuit and be ready on all aspects. So not going into details, but basically once we get to the track, we do the track walk together and we speak about car setup and driving, and I'm helping a lot on the driving side. Obviously now he drives very well, he doesn't need to be told how to drive, but we discuss about lines, we discuss about fine-tuning the driving when he's here on the track, and once we're here and that the weekend starts, I'm going spotting everywhere around the track to see what he's doing and discuss with him if we can better the driving and compared to the other drivers as well.
Well, it seems like you got your work all cut out for you. Well, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to go head out and see Andy now.
Pleasure, bye.
Thank you. Hey Andy, you're Jasmine's personal trainer, right?
That's right, yeah.
So as a professional driver, what kind of exercises does Jasmine need to do?
To be a professional driver, you need to have a really big range of different things. So he needs to be very fit, so we do lots of running, lots of cycling, lots of rowing. But he also needs to be very strong, so we do lots of heavy weights and lots of neck exercises, obviously.
Right. So before a race, how do you usually prep him?
So right before a race, the day before, we'll usually do lots of massages, lots of stretches. And then right before the race, so half an hour before, we'll do lots of boxing, lots of things to get his heart rate up, get his coordination and reactions going.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Well, thank you very much, Andy. I think Jasmine should be done with his briefing about now, so I'll see you around.
See you around.
Hello, Nadia.
Hey, you're back.
Yes.
How was it?
It was good. A bit constructive, but all went well.
That's cool. So where are we off to now?
I'm having my track walk next. You want to come along?
I do. What's a track walk?
Well, track walk is something that I do every Thursday with my engineer and my driver coach. So basically, the track changes all the time. There's sometimes new curbs added, new variation of corners added. So it changes all the time. So I like to go walk the track to see what changes, and it's just an information for myself, really.
Okay, cool. That sounds exciting. I'd love to follow you.
Cool.
Phew, Now that was a long walk,
Yep,
but necessary, yes?
definitely.
So we're done for today, and tomorrow you have free practice,
That's right.
and then you have your qualifying.
Yep.
How many sessions of qualifying do you have, and how does that work?
It's evenly spread out, so we have one qualifying session on a Saturday and another one on a Sunday. And that determines where your grid will start for the race on each Saturday and Sunday. So basically on Saturday you have one qualifying and you have one race on Saturday. And then on Sunday you have one qualifying and another race on Sunday afternoon, yeah.
So it's on the day itself?
Yeah, but the race on Sunday has a pit stop, whereby the race on Saturday doesn't have a pit stop.
Why is that?
Just cost reductions and stuff like that. So, and we're quite limited on tyres, so that's why we only run one race with a pit stop.
I see. Cool. Can I just say that this has been very exciting and educational for me.
Cool, glad you enjoyed it.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
But you know, right here on Motorsports at Petronas, we love surprises.
Cool, what now?
So you ready for yours?
Sure, let's go.
Let's go. Now, Jasmine, I've got a little Malaysian challenge for you.
Right.
Your hand-eye coordination must be superb.
Okay.
So I'm going to challenge you to your foot-eye coordination.
Right, okay.
Let's play Sepak Raga.
Wow, okay.
You're going to go first.
Right.
We'll see how many times you can hit the ball,
Okay.
kick the ball, before it drops to the floor.
Okay.
Yeah?
Cool.
You go first.
Ready?
1, 2.
Oh! It's not very good.
3, 2. 3.
Oh. I tried. Are we challenging you?
Yes.
Here we go. Beat 3.
Beat 3. Okay, let's do this. 2 isn't that bad.
1, 2, 3. Oh! Well, should we call it even then?
Yes. Tie.
It's been a pleasure.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for entertaining me.
Thanks for coming.
I hope to see you again sometime soon.
Definitely. Thank you.
The Petronas Talent Development Program is aimed at nurturing and grooming young Malaysian talents in the prestigious and high-speed world of motorsports. Witnessing these young talents live their dreams and excelling at what they do is not only exciting, it's inspiring.
Petronas has developed a new Premix fuel for the 2014 power unit with greater energy density, developed through an extensive program of testing a wide range of fuels. The 2014 race fuel exhibits a good balance of properties, balancing characteristics such as energy density, octane index, and volatility, with careful consideration of both injector cleanliness and biofuel requirements. Did you know, as part of this advanced energy formula, Petronas Premix keeps the fuel injectors clean, optimizing fuel delivery, creating a finer spray that enhances fuel combustion and energy release, as well as minimizing energy loss for superior fuel efficiency. Similar to the all-new Mercedes-Benz F1 W05 hybrid, direct fuel injection engines have extremely fine holes. Some fuels may leave deposits which will clog these injector holes. Our advanced energy formula creates a finer fuel spray in modern fuel injection vehicles, such as this A-Class over here. So what is good for the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula 1 team is definitely great for your car.
It's been said that racing refines the genes of today's road cars. It's the Formula 1 technological evolutions that have made them faster, safer, more efficient, and more reliable. Today's transfer of technology between race and road car engineering is evident more so now than ever before.
In recent years, the sport has taken a conscious decision to structure its regulations to ensure that technology it delivers is of immediate and direct relevance to the future improvement of road car efficiency. Case in point, in 2014, the regulations required the F1 cars to be powered by a 1.6-litre turbocharged V6 engine, a major change from its V8 and V10 predecessors.
It's amazing how motorsports is the best and quickest way of developing and pioneering innovation. And today I have the pleasure of meeting none other than Mr. Toto Wolff, Executive Director of Mercedes-AMG PETRONAS Formula One team, and he's going to share with me exactly how we can find F1 expertise in the cars that we drive every day. Thank you so much for being on the show, Toto. It's a pleasure to have you. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about the introduction of green technology and, of course, the transference of F1 technology to road cars. What was the reason for switching to hybrid units to power Formula One cars?
You know, a couple of years ago, we decided that the old V8 technology is not sophisticated anymore, and it's not the direction road cars were going. It was all about downsizing the engine, having turbocharged engine, fuel efficient and very economical engines, and this is why Formula One, you know, needs to understand what the market goes and where road car technology goes, and Formula One was always at the forefront of that technology, and this is why we decided to go that way.
So do you think the green technology, with the introduction of green technology, that it will have a positive impact on the environment?
Yes, absolutely, it already has. In the previous regulations with the previous engines, we were starting the races with about 200 kilograms of fuel, same distance, and now the regulation says you're not allowed to use more than 100 kilograms. So we are burning half the fuel, doing the same mileage, and with cars we're going even faster than before. So it is going to have an impact on road car technology.
Fantastic stuff. So how has the public sentiment been? Has it been really positive towards the changes towards the new hybrid units?
Yeah, it has been a bit ambivalent for one very simple, not very sophisticated reason, and it's the noise of the engines.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
People want to hear it, I suppose.
People want to hear it. You can hear it out there.
That's
you know,
right.
This is a V8 engine running, and it's very loud. It's almost screaming. And the reason why the new engines are not screaming is because we're simply using the efficiency. When the thrust would come out of the exhaust, before it was inefficient. Now we're using the thrust, and we're using the exhaust to generate energy. So after that kind of first shock that the engines were a bit quieter, the impact was very positive. People understand why we are doing it, and there's quite a good momentum behind the new technology.
Yeah. I guess it's about education really, and people understanding that. So have the new regulations been positive for Mercedes overall?
Yes, they have been.
Yeah?
I mean, we have finished the 2012 season in 5th place in the World Championship. We finished last year in 2nd place. I guess that we have used the engine regulations in a positive way for us as the race team. And obviously, it's not only good for the race team, but it's good for road cars as well. All our technology translates into road cars, so it's good for Mercedes overall. So
speaking of road cars, what are some of the really evident results from a consumer's perspective as a direct result from F1 technology transfer to road cars? You know, as a consumer, what you can feel? You know, there is no direct impact because we wouldn't put the power unit of the F1 car in a road car. But you know, lots of technologies in the past have been developed in Formula One and then translated into road car technology, and the same happens today. There are issues around the cooling on the power unit side, which are going to be found in the S-Class of the future. So it's happening everywhere. It's sometimes things people don't realize or don't see because it's high tech. It's hidden in the car. But then I guess that is what's giving Mercedes an edge compared to all the other car manufacturers not being involved in Formula One.
So, does this mean that the Mercedes-AMG PETRONAS Formula One team's car uses the same fuel as normal road cars?
No, it's not exactly the same fuel, but we are using the same technology in developing those fuels. Obviously, the fuel for an F1 car has to be is much different than road car fuel. It would cost almost 20 times. It almost costs 20 times the price of a normal fuel, and this is why it's different. But the development process behind it, in order to extract maximum power and maximum efficiency of the fuels, is the same process. Okay.
So speaking of F1 technology as well, what are some of the other areas that people are not necessarily aware of where there's an actual application of F1 technology? Could you share?
Yeah, you know, like I said before, it's everywhere in the car, starting from suspension technology, cooling, efficiency, power. It's everywhere, and it goes back to many years before when such simple thing, normal thing like power-assisted steering or the ABS braking system were developed. This started in a Formula One car, and so I guess we are seeing technologies of the future in today's F1 cars.
So speaking of the future, would you say that there's still a lot of room for improvement in terms of Formula One technology and of course for greener technology? Do you think there's a lot of room still for us to embrace?
Yes, there's lots of room for improvement because today's formula in Formula One means the more efficient you are, the more competitive you are. The more efficient you are, the more power you can deploy at a certain given moment. And this is why we continue relentlessly together with PETRONAS to develop fuels and lubes, together with the engine, with the power unit in order to extract more lap time.
All right, well, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I definitely hope to see you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. The flow of F1 technology into our everyday cars is all about energy efficiency, road safety, and education. And although the ultimate racing machine is a far cry from our everyday car, if you were to unwrap it from the outside in, you might just begin to notice the family resemblances. And don't forget to log on to www.petmos.com.my for more information about your favorite drivers, teams, and race results.
All right, so now we're going to your driver's briefing?
Yes, it's up next. Let's go.
Cool, let's go.
Oh, I totally blanked out, sorry.
Thank you so much for being on the show, Mr. Wolff. Oh, sorry, Toto.
You get the first one.
I know.
I have one in the bank.
1-0. The flow of F1 technology into our everyday cars is all about energy efficiency, road safety, and education.